Greetings, everyone. Welcome to yet another stream of planning, planning. Uh, Yet another stream of drawing, or just making screens and character design. Well, last stream I worked on this thing here. I'm not really sure if I can explain quickly, but it's basically the what's called save file menu that you can choose uh, and pick which file you want to play with, and they are stylized in a way that it kind of represents the stage that the game is in. So I kind of find it pretty interesting. I really like the idea. Problem now is other stuff. Yeah, my OBS kind of strange today. I have no idea what's happening. Well, so let's continue, I guess. It's time to work on this one again. Maybe working on the next one. Screen. Sorry for missing a few streams. That's alright. No, that's not. That's not. That's that's unredeemable. Why didn't you watch my live streams? I'm so disappointed. I'm just kidding. Well, welcome, Tuskio. Well, so last stream I just did some stuff here for the save file. Just having some ideas of, well, uh, making stylized save files and kind of making this fan shape presentation. That seems kind of, it looks like bilateral, but I but I don't know. I never played it. Hello, Reverie. Welcome. Why are you so scared? I also had some questions or issues that I thought about that I have to fix later. Just how to delete the save itself, which is might be something that I don't even need to do, especially when people just save stuff and never delete the, the file after they play the game and they just don't play it anymore. uh, this is me trying to keep my eyes open away from sleep. Then you should sleep. I'll try to sing for you a little uh, what sleep aid music. ASMR. Is it cringe? I'm sorry. But I could do that. It's just that I don't really remember how I did that. That is like I think I need to like get out of the NVIDIA uh filter stuff that is filtering the sound that is coming from the background, and then just activating um the binaural mic but I don't want to do that. Uh, too much of a hassle. I don't think I have any other cases here that I have to handle, uh, or that I have anything in mind. So I tried to do the basic handling of the save file, uh, just thinking about how I would display the informations here without really affecting uh, the style of the border itself. So I came up with the idea of making a masking tape to act as the uh, what is called as description of those details here. But I will also place some info here because I have space, because I have enough space here. And this one would be kind of a special type of situation that I have to keep in mind, but I already did like a mock-up of this, so I think that's fine. Um, I didn't even write the main things that I need. Um, 'Cause this is only one. This is just only for the save file. Maybe I should rename the file itself and try to work on something else. Could through I could do the main menu. Actually, I haven't caught up enough of these streams to know what it is, what this is actually. So I'll just go ahead and ask. Well, I don't even remember which stream was this stuff here, but I was basically just planning a video game or just a visual novel, just a mock-up, just a prototype. And since I have quite a long run for this specific uh run run of streams, I'll be doing something that is a bit more long-winded and something that might require more time to work on. So coming back from the things that I was working on before, well, coming back. So the last thing that I was working on was like a portfolio work, and currently I'm willing to make a visual novel based on the idea itself. So I'll be introducing the usual characters that I drew back then, um, and then I'll try to try to do like a finished project. But it has like it has too many mini games that I have to cut, and I'll have to stick with like one main plot point that is the main thing that I want to go for, um, and just leave the other things that are like more like the seasoning of the thing, or like kind of a decoration to just be like a something that I could do extra later. So right now I need to be doing like some character design works because I just I feel like I need to introduce a few characters to have like a uh complete uh pick of characters that I could do like a story with. And I also have to think about the characters that I don't need to show. I could just make them as like something that is only mentioned between the characters, like parents and uh, people that they knew and they're just talking about. But the, the characters themselves, I just need to make polish them a little bit and make the what's called make the sprites, you know, which is something that is quite a basic thing to do. Uh, what is called sprites? It's like there's like some different assets. I think assets are uh, it's basically just environments and characters and variations of those characters, faces and emotions. And then I need to learn a game engine because I don't really know anything. Silhouette people, maybe. Silhouette. Um, I guess I would rather say assets because it's also like scenery and props and other things that are related to the UI. So these ones are kind of a sketch phase, kind of planning and just thinking about ideas mostly, and not really like a completed thing that I could just make, finish, and you know put into production. And this one as well, it's kind of a mock-up of the things that I want. Some of the features that I think it's pretty interesting to add on top of the usual visual novel narrative driven type of video game, which is basically just handling dialogues and save states and choices and branches of the story itself. But overall, right now I just have like what, two paths. Like I don't feel like I have any like different branches. It's like more like that happens or that never happens kind of thing. Um, but I have to adapt that to be like kind of a in between of things happening and not happening and kind of struggling to keep on terms. But that's mostly on the narrative side that makes the story and choices kind of too complex to deal with right now. Um, what else? Oh yeah, the plan here. So yeah, the main features, game, game, game feature screens, transitions, icons and menus, character portraits, and CGs. I guess it's referred to as CGs. It's like illustrations and screens and backgrounds, all of those stuffs. I just need to work on on the progression of the story because I kind of have a rough estimate of how things should work and should end. Um, but is like the introduction of characters and how they react to some of the things that happen in the story. That is the issue, and like little like small details from characters to make them feel like they actually live their lives. But I feel like those nitpicks are there to confuse me more than help me to guide uh, to actually make the story. So I have to deal with that. The conflict stuff. The This is called the minimum viable product, I guess, which is basically just the character portraits, the UI for the visual novel, and simplest from the engine itself. And I could use RenPy, which seems like it's the easiest one to go for, or the thing that I could like use as a prototype, instead of something that is a bit more complicated like Godot that has more features, but it doesn't really handle things like visual novel natively. So, and also a linear story. So I was planning to kind of make a like a beach filler arc, same assets, UI, expand context, um, test run, practice on engine and story. So basically just getting a slice of the story itself, kind of making a filler story that could be uh, on its own, kind of hold everything together, even if it doesn't really make sense or it doesn't have like anything profound to say. It's more like a tech demo, uh, more than anything. So right now, I'm working on doing some characters here, character design. Um, I still need to make some other type of characters, to be honest. But this one and this one was already uh, there, kind of. And this one is like the one that I created this time. Um, I guess I just did a recolor of this one and just trying to make it in a uh, different type of animal based on different animal. This one, I think I did some changes here for the ears and for the clothes themselves and some details on the story, on the what is called personality and things that they do. Uh, for this one was already like in the plans. There are like a few more characters that I need to draw, and I think it's this one, right? Um, I need to draw the clients, like a few of them. I don't need to be like very specific for them. It's like only if I were to talk with them, which seems uh which might be the case. But I think right now I could make the main characters portraits and just go for it. I don't really need to work on the uh, clients because uh, those are like assets that might not be like that important right now. Uh, the band that is like kind of a side stuff, side story, but it might be interesting to make. Uh, uh, this one I can remove. This is the problem, right? If I want to add the second branch of the story, that is the bad end. Yeah, there's only like a good end and a bad end, like anything in life. Uh, I might have to make characters specific for that. Um, unless I go for the isolation route. Anyways, so right now I'm just planning the screens and the title screen. Well, I'm just looking at it, and sometimes they just do it horizontally like this, but they just do vertically like this. So I'm not really sure which one I should go for. New game. Oh fuck. I hate that this keeps happening. Why? Hello, Fruit Monkey. Welcome. For some reason, there's like something that is like messing up with my pen. Doesn't seem like I can replicate it. Oh, it's here. Oh, it's here. See? I have no idea why that's happening. There's like a specific spot that happens here. That's the exact spot that I usually pick up the pen. Uh, so right now this project is in the works. I'm not really like concerned on practicing anymore. I guess I'm just going for it. Like yeah, let me practice so I can get better, so I can make my dream, whatever the heck you want. I'm just going for it, just trying to get uh, something accomplished, I guess. Because I was like exactly like that, the type of person that would uh, plan stuff ahead and not really do much progress. Just spend most of my time planning, or just having those ideas and not really doing them. There has to come a time where you realize that time is actually running out. Not in a sense of you can't ever accomplish them, because I do believe that even if you're older and you have like no time, you can actually achieve like something that is um, comparable, equivalent to the thing that you dream of. But um, you know, I don't think holding that stuff for long will actually make a better product or a better thing in the end. Because I think it's much better to pick up the chance of making it quite bad, instead of picking the chance of never doing it. So currently, I'm just battling that, and it feels, it's like, what am I doing? I have no idea how to make a game. I need to, I need to get like a, I need to get a course or some tutorial to make this. I don't know how to make screens for video games. I don't know how to tell a story. My my ideas are so like out of out of order that I don't even know if I can really make them correctly. That kind of mentality that I'm battling with. Video game. Hashtag mog. Real game. Okay. Continue. Settings and exit. Welcome Avenue. Mm-mm. But man who not even play games try to make one. This is his story. How do you even know that I don't even play games like that? How do you know? Are you like are you like behind me? No. That's the type of stuff that I've been doing. Or just it's like the type of person that would know how to draw anime, but doesn't even watch anime anymore. Or like knows how to draw manga and doesn't even read manga. But I've played like but I've played some like few video games that are quite similar to this thing that I want. But at the same time, I don't feel like I have experience. So yeah, that's correct. The man who's not even playing video games, like the thing that he wants to be making, tries to make a video game. But I think that's part of the thing that you have to be willing to do, or maybe you don't have time to to enjoy it. Uh, well, they're in like different lands. Gonna make a video game! Yay! Making a video game. People, virtualize my video game. Or something like that. I'm gonna make so much money. And I'll be popular on Twitter. Because I made a video game. Yay. VTuber voice debut. Yay! I'm a VTuber. The fanboy voice. VTuber. The VTuber voice. I don't have the energy anymore. You can hear from my tone of voice that I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over it. You know when VTubers they've been like streaming for a while now. They just don't have they just don't have the energy to just roleplay that stuff anymore. Their voice just starts to get like lower and less energetic over time. But at the same time, it kind of feels like a person finally. That's not the thing that I want to be doing. I will be the VTuber that talks like this. Yay! Hello everyone. Let's play a video. Let's make a video game. What kind of video game do you like? Comment down below. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. I was joking. Skato playing violin to the ear image. No. What a title. Also, I was like almost writing tibia. You can always go with the cheap RPG Maker engines, but it's probably better to go with Godot, which is free. Yeah, I might try Renpai, uh, not Rentai, Renpai. Um, just so it's more like I have everything there. The whole mechanics of saving, even though I know that Godot has kind of a plugin that makes that for you, but uh, I'll have to call it anyways. This one's quite common. Like this. New game, continue, settings, and exit. This one is also feels contained, organized. Let's remove this profanity. Eh, there's like a something that I did back then. Which one was it? It was this one. Oh, spoilers. Sorry. Main menu. Oh, wait, just cut this because I don't want to spoil things. RPG is all JavaScript. So if you don't want that, you can use that. Uh, oh god. I would prefer to use Python. But I don't know. I have no idea. Python might be the way. But if you want 3D, you have to plug in a 3D library and kind of make it work. You can use Python with Godot. Yeah, I'll probably stick with Python. Not that I particularly prefer Python, but that's the thing that I remember, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember anything, to be honest. I have no expectations, so I just learn and just make like very bad code. And if it doesn't work, I'll just shove it and make another one. The biggest issue with Godot is that they semi regularly break plugins. So you can use Redot, which is a fork of Godot, but more focused on actually being stable. I've seen that message somehow. Did you write that like a few streams back? Godot is really good for UI. JD script is also very Python, but a bit easier to learn. I see. Mm, I don't know. I'm like, right now, I'm mostly just thinking about two pathways, which is go for Godot and just try to work my way up to doing that with Godot and being like, uh, getting used to it. Because that's a quite powerful engine in general. Or just go for Rampai, which might have like everything that I need right now. Uh, aside from the things that are like minigame focused that you would probably make a choice. So I would have to convert the choices that you would have to do on the minigame as like a linear story, kind of a path, kind of a route. So that might be an easier path, especially to make like a mock-up of the story itself. If you use Redot or Godot to make a visual novel, it will be like having a superpower and you are going 15. Yeah, it's like not even using like 3D. It doesn't even make sense, right? Too much potential, I guess, for UI. Um, I don't even know. Like, I haven't touched any of them, so I have like no expectations on both of them. But I know that Rampai is supposed to be more like a visual novel focused, and like ease of use, and you could probably learn Python and all of those things to like click on a button and show and show the sprite, and then just advance through the dialogue and just make the dialogue tree uh, to have like a consistent dialogue tree, I guess. But for Godot, it's more like, yeah, I could do like all of those cool things. I mean, if you're lazy, You can cloud up a prototype and then add mini games where you have to assign the cars and crap. Rampai is super simple, but it's very limiting. It's meant for VNs and VNs only. Yeah, I don't want to use like AI for coding. It seems like um, it's cause I'm lazy, but lazy in a way that is like I don't want to set up that. I would rather learn and make like bad code instead of coding that up because I don't even know what I'm actually writing with that cloud cloud code cloud code. So that's the compromise that I've been making. It's like, yeah, I could like feed my idea and say like, please make a mock-up of this video game that I have been dreaming of. And then Claude would be like, okay, here's your mock-up of the game that you've been thinking of. And I added like 15 more things that I that I think that is interesting to that, and it's like a bunch of slop that it's kind of tainting my ideas. So I mean, the whole process, the whole story is about dealing with expectations and potential. So, so it kind of makes sense to go for a way that is a bit more, not a bit. It's like way way more inefficient than what we have available right now. It's not like I want to use like paper and pencil to make a visual novel, like drawing every scene. Of course, I would rather use like sprites and like a dialogue uh, mechanism, but it's kind of reusing code and doing that without really knowing what it is. I'm like, I think I will have more problems if I do that, if I get used to it. So I already have like a few problems, like not being able to draw much traditionally, um, and like I usually use a lot of digital tools to kind of kind of make some adjustments. So that's also like one skill set that I want to develop. You program your visual novel in, how do I pronounce that? Kobo, and you have to use punch cards. Am I working in a bank? Something like that. That's what I've heard about Kobo. It's like a legacy legacy code stuff like that. I don't remember. I use assembly and make my own uh, system. Then I'll make my own develop developer like tool set, and then the graphic interface. I mean, there's like a huge chance of, if I ask AI to make my project, I think they would make it. Not even joking. It's like uh it does feel kind of mediocre if you think about it. I think the enjoyment that I'm having right now is to, well, do the research and try to make my own. having like very good resource to look into instead of whatever the heck we have as like the standard of coding, because it's, I don't think it's supposed to have like solve any problems. It's mostly for entertainment, so I don't think that's like morally interesting to engage with. So I think the just learning about it uh might be worthwhile. Honestly, it's not uh un what not un entirely heard of to make a game with ASM. Oh, I see. It's roller coaster, right? Roller coaster tycoon was all done in assembly. I see. To make the game as performant as possible. At that point, you could make it run on bare metal. I've seen my rounds of people playing Doom on some very questionable devices, stuff like that. Free code camp's a good resource to learn. I see. I'll try to look into them or just looking at documentation. But it does feel like just looking at documentation, I don't think it'll work. It's like, yeah, this thing does this thing that calls this thing that makes some thing kind of rotate. But it's like a generic example for at least for the things that I've seen for the coding part, the programming part of the video game. So at least I'm not making like a video game that requires to have a inventory. No, actually, I do need an inventory. Fuck. Uh, that requires combat. Yeah, I don't think I need combat, right? Yeah, there's like no need for combat. Actually, need to look into odds, basically, just chances and randomized stuff. That's probably something that I have to look into later. Not right now. Um, Let me open my other info, day planning. Let's go for the day planning. I was actually thinking about using like some what is called uh some type of stat to gauge the mood of the character according to the choices that you make. But at the same time, it's like dopamine. So I'm about to take actions. So it does feel like an interesting approach, but I'm pretty sure that people already done that, like using some kind of chemical in the brain to use as a kind of a gauge to energy, kind of. It's just a fancy name for for energy, to be honest, at this point. So I don't think there's like uh, much interesting dictionary. I think I need to look into what the chemicals actually do, because I think I only know how dopamine works, and even that, I don't think that's actually right. You don't understand. You have to program it all with AI so you can enter the singularity. The time is now, man. We are all we all are one. Fuck, missed the timing. Sorry. It's how AI. I mean, does kind of mess up with the morality if you're using it for kind of a task that is like kind of jury and not like interesting to do. That doesn't require much. It's not like essential to the thing. Kind of makes you want to take the shortcut, right? Because you don't really care, I guess. Is the MC an anime girl or generally unnamed, unseen? Is this girl actually? She might suffer. She will suffer. Fortunately, she will suffer. I have uh like a whoa, no, not this one. Hmm. Have her be brutally assaulted by a creature named Bobber. How about Finger? Kid named Finger. Can I actually open this? I don't even know if the file is too big. I guess this was the first character that I did as well. Very nice. Can't believe you just showed that on stream. How dare you, Hopris? What did I show? I don't think I showed anything. What? What are you talking about? To say anything, I will not leave any archive. Her horns have growth cycles, so they just pop off. They have a blood supply. Whereas the stump, I've been thinking about that because where is it? The There's like some stuff here that is like kind of going inside that the horn and making those you know what is called crevices. So I've been thinking like, how does it even grow? And supposedly her horn as a kid was a bit shorter, and also if you're like trying to expel expel the baby from your body, I think you shouldn't have horns that would you know cut the entire pregnant woman apart. So yeah, I do need to think about that. But do I need to? It's fantasy. It's like fiction. Do I even need to think about that? It's like there's like a what redhead rabbit girl. Why would I even need logic? I try to think about it, but I think the growth is natural, and she can't really sleep properly. Because I was also thinking about. No, I think this is oversharing actually. She's crystals or white castles. Actually, don't know what is crystals. Probably White Castles. White Castles. Just because I know White Castles. But I think she would eat something else. We will see. There's like a lot of things that I didn't show or didn't draw enough of to make a profile of hers. So there's that. Wow, this sucks. This kind of also sucks. feels kind of sexy. I think this is too much. So amazing. Oh fuck. By the way, for your horn issue, as in her baby self doesn't accidentally give her mother a C-section. Think of horses when they're born. She gets little fleshy bits to cover her horns, and also the what is called the their hoofs. There's like a kind of temporary roof stuff. I think, right? I've heard about that. That they have like a kind of a temporary hoof as well. So yeah, I guess that would work. Always getting closer to the real reference, right? Nature. All right. Um, so let me explain here what I did because I have to go now. So this time it's just a screen planning, I guess. I guess I just changed the title of this stream. But basically, I've been thinking about how I would implement uh, the actionable things or options. Um, and basically here, let me start with the, I guess the basic one. Just an example of a title screen, new game, new game, continue, settings, help, and exit. I guess that's normal. Uh, that's the common thing to place here. Settings, I have no idea because I'm too tired to think about those options. But it's probably like graphics, video, audio, uh, controller, I think. Uh, accessibility, something like that. Yeah. There's another one here, which is the uh, when you stop and you want to save mid game, you have this kind of view that is supposed to be the character here wearing some stuff, and you have a menu here to either save and or continue or get some help or get back to menu. Even though most of the things that I have here is already, I don't think there's like no a need to go back to menu and just maybe just go to exit because everything that is here is already here. Continue and save. Unless I want to go for the loaded saves. So, but I could use this save as a way to look at the files here. So, um, so some issues here that I have, that I placed in uh red. So I'm basically doing that. Um, there's like many green things that I'm. It's basically the things that I feel like it's important to add here, and like some issues that I have here that I couldn't really think about much. So this one, animated main character, it has too many gears. So if I were to animate that, I'm not really sure if I would do that with a sprite or with a. It could be with live 2D. It could be with like 3D, but I have no idea how to implement that as like a. I'm thinking in a different system, so there's too many gears. It's more like a thing to the future, so I don't need to think much. But in terms of animating things, I might need to look into select arrow, like dialogue blinking, because maybe if I place a select arrow here for the menu items, could be interesting too. So it looks better and kind of makes sense to add, judging from the addition that I from the thing that I placed here. Uh, but then I don't think I'll be adding this. Maybe I should highlight the entire box here, so you know that it's selecting a specific item. Style for orbit menu, which is probably because it's not stylized like this, right? It's just a kind of a common uh thing to just place borders, and that's basically just a box. And handle when to autosave. So that's also one of the things that I have to look into. Kind of depends on the on the engine. The title itself, yeah, it's something that I said already. And this one is probably the thing that mm, I could think about a bit better. If you go with Redot Godot, it should be relatively easy to make a live 2D animation and just export the animation on a loop. Even RPG Maker could do that, but again, JavaScript. I mean, I don't think I have an issue with JavaScript. It's just that, oh god, oh, oh god, you know. Um, yeah, I could try Redot or Godot. I'll look into that. But probably for the thing that I want to do right now, to just make like a mock up, like a prototype, probably just doing like the bare minimum for the RenPy, just so I can solve uh, the routes for the story itself. It's probably the better choice right now. And then just looking to Godot when a bit more, a bit more stable at my job, and I'm already quite uh, you know, stable, my routine, but at the same time, I want to also look into uh, getting better at art because I have like has been a while since I studied something. Make it Renpai as a prototype and then remaster it. Basically, yeah, it's probably gonna be something like that. To be honest, I don't think I have a. Uh, if I go for Godot right now, um, I'll miss a lot of things during the ideation development stuff. Just giving ideas and trying to cut things and merge things and adding more interesting stuff that is related to the story itself. And I won't be able to just change it much, and I'll have like a scope creep. So I don't want to have that. I mean, I don't really mind like working on this for like 10 years, which is my estimate. But it would be nice to have something already like in 3 years or less than that. So probably just Rampai and uh, just doing the bare minimum for the functionalities of saving and UI stuff. It's probably the best, so I can focus on the story because I'm also not a very good storyteller. So this screen here is supposed to be. You can always make a vertical slice and get the car components of the game down and have it reach an ending. Yeah, that's probably the thing that I'll be doing. I just have to pick like a side, um, pick a side to like either making it so the options are like a bit more like obvious. So it's either like it happens or it doesn't happen, instead of being like on that middle stage of, yeah, it's not like happy, but it's not like sad. I don't know. Which is something that I probably won't do. So this one is supposed to be more of a planning stuff to do for the main character. So I want her to do some stuff while, after work, or I don't know, before work. So that's something that I have to uh, think about. So I have the main character view on her room at her dorm. and you have the schedule here that you can actually just drag and drop which things you want to do from the to-do list and just do those stuff on the on this date. Also have to think about those the implication of doing this because um, like an action, like an option that I have here might be extended to like the whole week, or when things are like trying to get like faster, like on schedule, like things that are not relevant to the story, so you just skip a month or something like that, uh, and just decide, not even like today's schedule, just make a different like this week's schedule, something like that, and just give like fewer or more options depending on which type of schedule you're doing. But that kind of schedule, you also, I mean, for like dopamine, that you have like a certain dopamine level when you start the day, and then it just plummets the more you do stuff. That seems like a pretty good idea for energy points. Kind of that similar function. So each option would have a cost for dopamine, and some of them are like a bit more costly than the others. Have like some special effects, whatever. But I'm not really sure about that. So it's basically uh, just a board here with the options that you would be like picking from, and then one thing that I was looking for is how would I show those options after I pick them. Because if I'm having the what it's called, if you have the visual novel thing going on at work, so you're talking with your coworkers, talking with your clients, uh, the work is done already, so you already have like the work here basically locked on this area here, and you can't really just put the doing. So you would have a lot of options here after work, but you also have like less dopamine maybe. If you do it before work, you would you would have work here on to-do list, maybe kind of locked, like soft locked here at actually at doing here, but you could also skip a day or something like that. But it's skipping a day of work feels like a liability. So it doesn't seem like a very good idea, especially when skipping work could have a lot of bad consequences that I'm not really sure if I'll be able to handle those exceptions. Um, so I might need to think about which type of when I want to show uh, when you pick the option here to what happens next. If I do it before work or after work, and how I would show that for the people. I think like I think picking them here and then showing so you watch them what happened after might be interesting, or like trigger like a mini game from the option itself. Because if I placed those options here as like an item here from the menu, you wouldn't really have like a restriction of energy. So there will be like options that you could basically do every option, or maybe no option at all, and maybe just having work locked on doing, or some other thing here that could like replace work on doing for today's schedule, might be like a reason to, so I can have like a line of thought of what happens and what you will be looking at. So it's like when I close this schedule, I can look at what happened when I uh, oh, I can look at what happened at option 3, and then if I place like option 67, 67, I could probably look at what happened at option 67. But that's what I've been thinking of, or what I thought about right now. Players can pick the Goonin option. It's not. I joke about that, but it's like it's not this type of game. It's not that type of game, you know. You can have custom portraits on the back based on what her last completed option. If she's at work, it could be her partially clothed in her uniform, lazily scrolling her phone, tired. Yeah, that's a pretty good option, you know, the main character view. That's exactly why I thought about, you know, having her view here. Especially when some visual novels that have a main character, sometimes they don't really have the opportunity to be like on the receiving end, or like the way that the camera is pointing at. So I think it's really rare to kind of sympathize unless you're like actively reading the main character is trying to say, and their thoughts and their emotions. And it's mostly just not having the visual representation of the main character. So you just play as them when you don't really look at the mirror, I guess. Or you just don't look at as like a third view. Uh, I guess that's something to think about. I'm not really sure what would be the implications on how people perceive the character itself. I think if I'm doing something like this, that is trying to make the character be like uh, as relevant to the player, so it's not like so they're not like trying to be the player per se. So you don't get much options to see your character actually do something that isn't just them being a portrait. It's showing how they behave through the day, and so I think you need a proper engine to get all of these done. Yeah, that's that's the real issue. It might be a lot of things to add, to do. Basically, just a Kanban here for for the scheduling. You know, to drag and drop and to schedule stuff. Um, the animation itself. So here I placed like how to plan energy to action transactions, animated characters, different poses. Um, schedule board doing exceptions. Oh, it's actually it's not a verb here. Yeah, yes. Schedule board doing exceptions. So could be locked, so you would have to do it. Maybe auto assigned, but it's optional. Decide when to show this screen, morning, after work. You know, the dynamic schedule stuff. Like either work is already done or work has to be done. Um, how to show options being done. Either like I was like thinking about if I have a list of things here as options that I want to be doing, I could go for like uh on this direction. So I'll start with this one. What happened? This one, this one, this one. For like simplicity's sake, I don't think I will be like. I don't think the order of the options would matter. It's more like as a presentation. But it would be interesting to also be also uh think about the other option of clicking on the option itself, and then it would like, if work, we already watched work as like a visual novel, so we would have option 3 open here. So we would click on this, and then after watching what happened here, or after interacting with it, it would kind of gray out. So you would after finishing everything here, you would already go for the next day, something like that. That's also something that I have to properly decide. For simplicity's sake, I think just, you know, placing the options and then just doing everything in order and just fuck it with it. It's probably easier than mm, than the players just picking the option and looking at them manually. So I guess people would do that naturally. So there's that. Maybe they don't want to look at it. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I think uh, it's a very complicated thing. So um, I was basically thinking about how I would make the options in a way that is a bit more intuitive, but it's like, instead of making like a bunch of different things that I could interact with, I could place all the options and then automatically look at what happens at the options. So I don't have to make make the make the player uh, interact with the UI. So the mini game is just a feel, is like already played, kind of. So so yeah, that's probably the thing that I need to be thinking about. Anyways, let's just do it like this. It's time to make the thumbnail because I need to go now. But yeah, it's kind of a difficult thing to plan. Like, what should be the order of the things that I want to be showing. Um, a lot of technical stuffs that I have to have patience. But it seems pretty nice. I think it's a pretty interesting way to add interaction without uh, without doing like a planning on um, being good at the mini game, or just making the actual mini game playable and then uh, trying to balance the mini game. Um, but it kind of looks more like a chance game, more like Uma Musume, which has, uh, yeah, it's basically Uma Musume. It's basically Uma Musume. You have the energy for Uma Musume, and you have the options to take from, and you have like that success rate if you have like a certain amount of energy. Um, but uh, it really deals with like chances and odds, right? So um, I have to think about what's it called. I have to think about a method that is not that chance based. Humor. I have no idea what that means, but all right. Oh, I see. Cool, Coomer Usumi. I mean, the game is pretty good. I like it. It kind of a time sink, especially for a gacha game. So that's why I stopped. But it's a pretty good game. I actually enjoyed it. The characters are pretty nice. I don't play Uma, but I really like Stego design and VA. Yeah, it's like the drip. I don't even remember how she sounds like, but I really man, there's like I really like Super Creek's voice actress. There's like something in there that is oh, it's so good to hear. It's not like necessarily on that mommy vibes. It's more like it's kind of there's like a there's like something in her voice that is really nice to hear. Kind of wholesome. My favorite Uma would be my favorite Uma would be Symboli Rudolph. Probably which kind of Tannhauser. Fine motion. Fortunately, I couldn't get fine motion like two times that she appeared. um, fine motion. Super Creek is nice. Dance Flame. Yeah, she's really nice. I really like her design. Makes your brain twinge with something where you just want to hear her speak. Yeah, same thing for me, Haruka from Blue Archive. I have to hear her later. Yeah, it's just like, man, what the hell? People sound that good? That's amazing. Um, well, I don't really plan to add like sounds for this visual novel, so I have no idea how I'll be doing like sound effects, and I don't think I'll be having any voice actresses. So I don't have money for that. And how would I even do that? I don't know. Kind of a requirement to have a voice actor, voice acting on video games these days, right? I mean, some of them, but kind of adds a lot of the character for the adds a lot of personality for the character. I wish I had the means to do that, but I don't think I'll be having that. So that's like a compromise that I have to be doing for at least for now. even for like soundtrack and sound effects, I'm like not really sure what to do. And like other people have like whole orchestra of whole orchestra and composers and like sound effects studios. Those are not cheap. But I might try to design some of the things like at least to feel like to have a feedback uh from the game itself. Because yeah, like playing without any feedback, especially when you expect it, yeah, it doesn't feel good. It's just that how I have to be more creative on which type of sound I want for like clicking things and skipping dialogues. I don't have no idea. It's like it's in it's in my it's in the back of my mind, just waiting for it to be like, yeah, this time I need to make the sound effects because I already have like most of the things done. That would be a pretty good thing, right? A pretty good problem to have. So maybe that's why I'm like, oh yeah, if I already have like if I need to make a soundtrack, that means that I already have like some stuff implemented, and I probably could ship it. So, anyways, I guess that's it for today, for this stream at least. Kind of a small stream, kind of a small stream. Be like slow days for a few months, slow days for a few years. So I really appreciate that some people are like still watching me. Thank you for watching, everyone, and bye bye, bye bye.